How does sentencing work in drugs cases, which is different to other cases? Often people who are facing big prison sentences or significant drugs cases get very worried. They get very hung up over what role they're getting attributed to them in the sentencing process, what sentence they're looking at. First of all, big difference between violence cases and drugs cases. In cases involving violence, if you have a sentence of 7 years or more, you're looking at serving a minimum of 2/3, not half like you do in drugs cases. Secondly, with drugs cases, you have to remember this: the role and the categories that people get hung up over, they often overlap with each other. And so if you look at the sentencing guidelines, which I can show on a video another time, but if you look at the sentencing guidelines, the upper end, for example, of the lesser role, which is what a lot of people who are being sentenced for drugs wish to be sentenced on, the upper level of the lesser role is actually more in sentencing than the lower end or the bottom end of the significant role category. And that's something to bear in mind, and that's not just in that box there. If you look at the sentencing guidelines, every part of it, where we're looking at categories or roles, every part of the sentencing guideline, there's an overlap. So just because somebody's being sentenced, say, in a significant role, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get a worse sentence than if they were sentenced in the lesser role. Something to think about, guys.